Hello everyone and welcome to another pick a card reading. So I'm excited to be doing these readings for you guys today. If you are new to my channel and you are into tarot, into astrology, into the metaphysical, please feel free to give that subscribe button a click and give me a follow. So on this channel, I do tarot readings, I do some astrology readings, and sometimes I even do some metaphysical teachings. So if you are into that stuff, please, again, feel free to click the subscribe button. So for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Mystical Essence. I am an intuitive tarot card reader, oracle card reader, astrologer, and spiritual mentor. I love to give you guys insight, tips, and tools that you need in order to step into the most powerful version of yourself that you can be. Okay, that's my goal, that's my passion, and that is what I love to do. So today we are going to do some love readings. I'm not focusing on any specific question, okay? Just love readings in general. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to look at these cards and I want you to pick a pile that calls to you. So there's pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. If more than one pile calls to you, please feel free to pick more than one, okay? Also, guys, if you have any suggestions on future pick-a-cards that you would like me to do, if you have a topic or a specific question that you would like me to do a pick-a-card readings on, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'm always open to ideas and suggestions. So, let's jump into these readings, shall we, and see what the cards have to say. So if you chose pile 1, this is your reading. So for this reading, I'm going to use oracle cards as well as tarot cards, okay? I have pre-shuffled the cards. I do that so it saves time in the videos, and you guys don't have to sit there and watch me shuffle, because I'll be honest, I have spent like 5 minutes sometimes even more shuffling. So the way I shuffle until the cards fall out, literally. So sometimes that can take a while. So to save time, I pre-shuffle for these videos. So these are the cards for you if you are drawn to pile number 1. So let's see what's up with you guys and what your love message is. Okay, so the first card coming out is the oracle card of This Could Be the One, and it says you've already met the romantic partner that you seek. So let's see how this ties in and read these tarot cards. So the first tarot card that's coming up is the Two of Cups. Okay, so the Two of Cups is a card that talks about endings in relationships, okay? Generally, this is a heartfelt connection. It is a romantic relationship of some sort or a deep, intimate relationship. And when it is reversed, it typically means that a relationship has just ended. So, my pile 1s, you guys could be just coming out of a relationship. Okay, you may have just had a relationship end recently. The next card that's coming up is the Eight of Pentacles reversed. I feel like this relationship may have ended, this previous relationship may have ended for you because of a cycle because of a continuous cycle, okay? The Eight of Pentacles to me represents physical cycles, right? So this could be a cycle that has to do with money or values or just something that affected the physical, but whatever it was, it continued and continued and continued. When this is reversed, this represents a break of that cycle. So I feel like you guys this relationship ended, whether it was through you or through the other person, in order to break this cycle, because you guys had found yourself on a bit of a hamster wheel, I'm gonna say, and somebody, I feel like, got observant enough and said, something has to change. We cannot continue to go over and over and over and over and over in the same way we have been, right? And I feel like that is kind of what... Sorry about that, guys. My camera turned off on me. So yes, as I was saying, I feel like the hamster wheel, this cycle that just continued and continued and continued, I feel like the only way to kind of end that was through a breakup, or the breakup was kind of what ended that cycle, okay? So there definitely was a cycle that was going on, and somebody became aware of it and said, we can't continue this way. And I feel like that is what kind of prompted the breakup. Okay. We have the Magician reversed. So whatever this was, I feel like they didn't feel, or you didn't feel, whoever initiated the breakup did not feel like it could be fixed. Okay, they were like, this is beyond fixable. This is something that they didn't see changing, I feel like, or you didn't see changing. So again, as a result, you were like, I just can't continue this. This is also Mercury energy as well. So I feel like there may have been a decision or a choice that was initiated from this. And, you know, one person was like, I just can't change. I can't, you know, I can't, whatever this cycle was, they're like, if we can't change it, right? We don't either we don't have the tools, or their line of thinking was, it's not going to change. Whatever the case was, this kind of initiated the breakup and contributed to the breakup as well. Yeah, this just wasn't an energy anybody wanted to cultivate anymore. Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles coming up. And the thing I love about this card, okay, if you look at the imagery of this card, there is a traditional proverb that says lovers are tied together by a red string, soulmates. So you may have believed at one point that this person was your soulmate, or was supposed to be somebody who you were supposed to spend your life with. But I feel like you were just, it got to a point where things just couldn't be fixed, and there may have even been a mutual agreement that it just was not gonna work. Okay, it could have been, you know, I see that we're in this predicament, if this continues to happen, something needs to change, then realizing that maybe it can't change, and that it's just not going to work. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles is like that cultivation thing. So you notice that, you know, staying in a relationship isn't something you wanted to grow or cultivate anymore. Okay, and this could have been one of you, or it could have been both of you. The Death card is coming up as well. So I feel like this was a major relationship. This wasn't something like a normal, you know, everyday kind of relationship. So the Death card is actually connected to Scorpio energy. So I do feel like this was a very deep and intimate relationship, but that is also shown with the Two of Cups. But it was a major thing. The Death card being a major arcana card is showing me that this was a major relationship that came to an end. So this could have been a long-term relationship, maybe even a committed relationship, or it was a marriage of some sort. But there was definitely a commitment in this relationship. It was definitely a big thing when it ended. I don't feel like it was a choice that was taken lightly either. Like, this was not an easy decision to make to end this relationship. And, you know, it was a big thing, okay? It was a major shift and a major change and a major transition, going from being in a relationship to suddenly being single. But I also feel like, again, this was a very impactful relationship for you, okay? It was a very serious, deep, intimate relationship that came to an end, which is interesting. We have the Hermit card coming up next. So I feel like it's interesting that the Hermit card is coming up, because I feel like all of this has kind of led to you wanting to be alone. Okay. So I'm seeing the couple in the background here, but I'm also seeing this person in the cave who's, for as much as they could be paying attention to the couple in the background, they are not. And I feel like the reason they're not is because they are so focused on themselves. So the Hermit card energy has to do with going within, and really taking a deep, hard look at ourselves and taking that time to do that introspection, okay? So I feel like with this card, what it's saying is you're really, with all of this that has happened, you are really kind of just focused on you, healing yourself and doing the introspective work that you need to do with this relationship. And you're not really interested in any other relationships at the moment. You're like, I've just been through hell and back. And I really don't, and I'm seeing with all these reverse cards too, that it's like you don't want to repeat this pattern. You don't want to get into a relationship with somebody and then, have things repeat and be in the same position again. Okay. And the last card that's coming out is the World card reversed. I feel like, you're still healing from this. I feel like this could be a fairly fresh wound in terms of a fairly fresh breakup. I don't feel like this happened that long ago for you, actually. I feel like this is a fairly recent thing. And right now you're like, I'm not ready to open another door and move on to things. The World card reverses that door that's still open, that you know when they say one door closes, another opens, you haven't closed the door yet. Okay? I feel like you haven't closed the door because you haven't healed from this experience. You're still kind of hurting, and you're still going through and sorting through your own feelings, your own emotions, your own thoughts. You're kind of sifting and sorting through everything and trying to understand everything, trying to learn from it, trying to better yourself. And that's an amazing thing. However, I'm going to say with this card up here that says this could be the one, there is somebody in your inner circle currently that is interested in you. Okay? I know that you are not seeking a relationship right now, but just know that there is somebody in your inner circle of friends that is interested in you. And I feel like when you do finally close this door, like once you have healed and you are ready for that relationship and you close this door and you're ready to move on from this relationship and continue on to a different one, that there is somebody within your inner circle that is interested in you, and you may see them come forward when you're ready. Okay. I really don't think that they're going to come forward before that, because I feel like they're kind of just observing as well. They've seen everything that you've been through. And I mean, anybody who really cares about anybody is not just going to come in and, cause more issues when they're already hurting, because you are still clearly not over this breakup, okay? And I feel like they know that as well. But I do also get the sense that when you are ready, and once they know that you are over this and you have closed that door and you are ready, they will come forward and you will know who they are. But I do feel like this romantic partner, like when you're ready to seek another romantic partner, the one that comes forward will be one you've already met. Okay, will be someone you already know that's within your circle of friends. So that's the reading I got for pile number 1. So this is the reading for pile number 2s. If you guys were drawn to pile number 2, pay attention. As you can see, this is a very thick pile of cards, so I feel like there's a lot of detail and there's a lot going on that you guys need to know, okay? So let's jump into this one. So the first card coming up is the romantic feelings, but it is reversed. And this says your feelings are real and worth exploring. Romantic feelings reversed. So let's see what else comes up with these. So the first card coming up is the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Which is interesting. Okay. So Ten of Pentacles is some sort of physical thing that has come to an end or ended. Okay. I feel like this could be like even a long-term relationship or something that's, again, another long-term relationship that has come to an end. But I don't feel like this was a major relationship, at least not off of this card. Now that might change when I go through the rest of the cards. But I do feel like just from this card alone, this was a very like everyday relationship, right? It was your typical dating kind of relationship, but it did last a while. And I think that it has just come to an end, but I'm going to say that, or it is coming to an end. I heard coming to an end, and I feel like maybe that is why this is reversed, is because it hasn't actually completed. It hasn't actually come to an end, but it feels like it is coming to an end currently, if it hasn't already. Okay, so it might have already come to an end, or it could be currently coming to an end, is what I'm picking up on. But with the Ten of Pentacles, this is a very long-term relationship, okay? This has been a relationship that has been going on for a while. And I feel like this is something that is being held on to by you. Okay? The reason this hasn't come to an end is because you are still holding on to it. You are still trying to keep it going. You are the one who doesn't want to let it go. So you guys may be I keep hearing fixed signs or Scorpios. Scorpios are famous for not letting things go, especially intimate romantic relationships. However, I also feel like any fixed sign. So Tauruses, Leos, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius were all famous for keeping things going and not letting things go. You could even be a Taurus with this being a pentacle, and Taurus being, which is earth, and Taurus is fixed earth as well. Pardon me. So you may even be a Taurus or have heavy Taurus placements in your chart, okay? But whatever the case is, this thing is coming to an end, but you're not ready to let it go. You don't want to let it go. It's very, very painful for you to let it go, and I think that's why you don't want to let it go, is because you don't necessarily want to deal with the pain, okay? You do have a lot of romantic feelings for this person, but I feel like this person may have lost romantic feelings for you. Okay, and you are like, I just am not ready to deal with this. I don't know if I can deal with this. I don't know if I can face this. And as a result, you're still holding on to it. I also feel like with the Ten of Swords, there is a sense of betrayal coming through with this card. So this person may not have been the most faithful to you in the past or even presently. You know, and it may have come... they may have betrayed you in some way, shape, or form. I'm not going to say they cheated. This could be lying, but, you know, there is a sense of betrayal from this as well. But you're like, even though they betrayed me, even though they've done all this, even though, I'm still going to hold on because it hurts to let go and I don't want to let go. Okay? That's what I'm picking up on. But you, my dear... Okay, so I said somebody could be a Taurus. The Queen of Pentacles is coming up. which is another earth energy. I'm picking up on some definite heavy Taurus energy here. So if you are a Taurus or you have a lot of Taurus, you might have a lot of Taurus energy in your chart, Taurus placements. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a sun sign Taurus, but a lot of Taurus placements. The Queen of Pentacles coming in is saying that you need to know your worth, okay? But I feel like in a lot of ways, it's the stubbornness coming through with this card. It's like, I'm the queen, damn it. You know, I deserve this. It's not necessary, and you don't. Like, honest to God, when I heard know your worth, like, you can do so much better than this relationship, but you have it convinced in your head that this is what you deserve. Whether you think that you are unlovable and people just aren't gonna love you, or whether you truly believe, I don't know what's going on in your mind or whatever to make you believe that this is worth it and this is what you deserve. But I'm going to tell you now, this Queen of Pentacles coming up and hearing know your worth, this is not what you deserve. This is not what you're worth, okay? You are worth so much more than this. And I think that you need to kind of realize that, right? Funny as I said that. So we have the King of Pentacles reversed coming up. This adds a whole nother level to this, guys. Okay, so you honestly think that this person is your counterpart. Okay, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. You honestly think that this person is your other half, your soulmate, your twin flame, whatever you want to call them. But notice how this is reversed. Meaning it is not the way that you think it is. Okay, your perception on this is skewed. This person is not your other half. Okay. In fact, as you can see, the queen is looking at the king and the king is looking away. The king's back is turned to you. He doesn't value you. You're not important to him. Okay. I shouldn't say him, I should say them. You're not important to them. Sorry. My guides are correcting me saying this isn't gender based. Okay. So whoever holds more feminine energy and whoever holds more masculine energy, but I feel like because this is you, I feel strongly this is you. You're holding on because you think that this is what you deserve, etc., etc. And then, you've got this other king who's got his back turned to you, who isn't even interested in you. So why you're still holding on to this, I'm not quite sure. But I'm going to tell you now that this person is not your other half, okay? Notice how he's upside down. So your perspective on this is not an accurate perspective, okay? Because if it was, he would be right side up and he would be facing you. In fact, I think there may even be somebody else that he's interested in while you're still holding on to him. Okay? We have the High Priestess reversed coming up. You guys have very good instincts. Pile 2s. You guys have such good instincts. But I feel like because this is connected to the moon, you get caught up in the concept of love and the idea of love, and you get caught up in your emotions, and you really do value this person. You love this person. You think the world of this person, with the romantic feelings coming up reversed. Like I said, you have a lot of feelings for this person, but this person does not have a lot of feelings for you. I said somebody may not have may have lost their romantic feelings. I feel like it is the partner in this case, okay? Your partner doesn't have any feelings for you anymore. And I feel like on a level you know this, but you're not necessarily willing to accept and embrace this. You're not necessarily receptive of this knowledge or receptive of this energy, even though you already know it. But knowing and accepting are two totally different things. And I feel like you know this, but you don't necessarily accept it, okay? And you don't accept it because the thought of them not being interested in you and not loving you, I don't feel like it's not that they don't love you, okay? But I feel like the romantic feelings, the romantic attractions, it may have turned into a more platonic thing, okay? So I'm not going to say they don't love you, but, you know, the thought of this not being a romantic thing infuriates you. Can you see how this guy is so frustrated? And he's like crinkling things up. He's ready to throw it away. And then, you know, there's this couple in the background that's kissing. I feel like this is your imagination here. This is what goes on in your head, because this has to do with cups is our imagination, right? You have this ideal built up in your head. You want this perfect relationship, and to you, you know, it may not be perfect, but it's the relationship you crave. And the thought of not having that is infuriating to you, right? The thought of them even being with somebody else is infuriating to you. You want them with you, and because you love them and you have a romantic attraction to them, but I feel like it is not mutual at all. You guys could be married or some sort of bound together. But I feel like coming up as judgment, this is more in your head. Okay. In your head, you guys are married. In your head, you guys made a vow to each other. In your head, because judgment has a lot to do with mental energy. Judgment is, believe it or not, judgment is Pluto energy, but I feel like this is kind of falling into delusionment. And water signs can get delusional, okay? Obsession is another thing that Pluto's domain rules, okay? So like I said, in your head, when we obsess over things, it is in our head. I feel like in your head, whether or not you've actually been bound to each other or not, whether you've been married legally, hand-fasted, whatever the case may be, I feel like it's beside the point, because in your head, you guys are meant for each other. In your head, you guys are spiritually connected. In your head, you guys are bound together and married. And nothing that can be said or done is going to change that, because that is your perception. And the thought of this, of them not being romantically attracted to you or not wanting to be with you in a romantic way, is infuriating to you. We have the Three of Cups coming up, reversed. The love you seek is not there, okay? The love you seek is not there. The Three of Cups reversed. This is expanded love. This is soul. I feel like this is soul love too, in terms of it goes beyond the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is two people coming together. This goes beyond that. This is like a spiritual, I feel like whatever you think is there is not there, right? The spiritual attachment that you think is there with this Judgment card, where you guys are handfasted, bound together, you know, that's not the case. I don't feel like, at least in a spiritual sense, okay? I don't feel like you are going to have the deep connection and the expanded spiritual love that you kind of crave. Because I feel like a lot of this is disillusionment, okay? The Ten of Wands is coming up, and the Ten of Wands speaks to me of an energetic completion, okay? The passion was there, it died out. I feel like there may have been a very strong physical or sexual attraction at first that has died out, okay? This may have even been a relationship that was meant to ignite and spark something in you and then move on, okay? Sometimes relationships come into our lives to help us with something, but they are not meant to be long term. They are not meant to be dragged on forever. These people come in, they ignite something, many times we will fall in love with people. We'll go through really bad relationships, right? Or breakups with people. And then somebody will come in and show us what true love is, but they're not our forever partner. Their role is to come in and reignite that love that we lost from that previous relationship, right? When we go through hurt and we go through pain, it's hard for us to open up and love people again, right? So somebody comes into our life that shows us how to love again, but they are not our forever partner. Their purpose is to come in, show us how to love, reignite that spark, reignite that energy, and then when it's done, they move on and you move on. Okay? And I feel like that is the case, not necessarily that they came in to reignite some love, but I feel like the purpose, the action that they came into your life to ignite, the fire that they came into your life to ignite, whatever purpose they came into your life for is accomplished. Okay? And that could be why the romantic feelings are gone. It's because it's just naturally drifted that way. I don't feel like it's anybody's fault, so to speak, but I do feel like the masculine in this case is a lot more accepting and embracing of the fact that this is what it is, and they're more embracive of the fact of moving on than the feminine is. Okay? With the Strength card reversed coming up, it takes a lot of strength to accept and embrace endings. Okay? This has clearly ended. The Ten of Pentacles is coming up. The Ten of Wands is coming up. Energetically and physically, this has ended. And you do not want to let it go. It takes a lot of strength to admit that it's done, that it's over. But this doesn't make you weak, okay? Embracing the fact that it is done and that it is over does not make you weak. I feel like you're beating yourself up in a lot of ways, which is interesting because you don't want to let go of him because, like I said, I feel a lot of Taurus energy coming through this reading, and Tauruses can be very, very possessive of things. And people to them can become things, and they can be very kind of possessive of it. And when they don't necessarily... I feel like you feel like a failure in terms of, oh, I should have been able to keep it going. They don't love me because I failed, because I did something, because I did something. There's a guilt thing coming in here. To let this go, you feel like would be a failure, and that's why you're still holding on to it. Because you feel like if you let this go, then it failed, and you don't want to see anything fail. You're like, I can reignite this spark. I can keep things going. If I show them a little bit of love, or if I keep being affectionate, or if I keep doing this, then this can continue. But this is done. No matter what you do, it is done. Its purpose has been served. The Eight of Wands is coming up. The Eight of Wands is the Eight of Swords. I don't know why that came up as the Eight of Wands. I'm going to say the Eight of Wands energy is pertinent to this reading because it did come through, meaning it's time to move on, okay? The Eight of Swords, however, is holding on to things. It is getting caught up in the disillusionment of things, not wanting to move on or change things because of fear, because we're stuck, because of our mindset, whatever the case may be. I feel like in this case, it is the mindset, okay? You get so infuriated about them being with somebody else because you see that as failure. And you don't want to see this relationship. You're like, I have not worked my ass off this hard to see and to have this fail now. Okay? But the thing is, this person isn't attracted to you anymore. They don't have any romantic feelings for you anymore. And that is okay. That is okay. It happens, okay? But the other thing is too, like I said, is we have the Eight of Swords coming up. So getting stuck in our heads, right? Getting stuck in this and obsessing over and not kind of letting things go because we have a fear of failure. That's something in our head that we need to change. Okay, otherwise we stay stuck in this. Again, this whole big loop. And I feel like because the king is facing away into the future, that the masculine in this relationship, whoever the masculine is, has moved on. The feminine has not. The feminine is the one holding on to it. Now, I feel like I'm reading for the feminine, and that's why I say you're holding on to it. But if you are not the feminine in this case, you've moved on, right? But we have the Nine of I feel like I'm reading for the feminine in this case. So the last card that we have coming up is the Nine of Wands reversed. Okay. Again, this was meant to be an experience. So the Nine of Wands is our experiences, our life experiences. This is just another experience. It was only meant to be an experience, a brief encounter for however long it lasted. But that is all life is made up of, is experiences, okay? Does not mean that you did this all for nothing. In fact, quite the opposite. You gained a lot of experience from this. You gained a lot from this. Even if you can't see it, you gained a lot from it. But do not hold on to it and make an experience a lifetime thing, okay? Do not force it to be something it is not. If it is done, which I clearly see it is, let it go. Do not force it to be something it is not, okay? Because in the end, you will only continue to hurt yourself. I feel like this King of Pentacles is going to walk away no matter what. No matter what you do, because they see it as over. You do not. So take this for the experience that it was. Okay? You don't have to see this breakup as a horrible thing. You can see this as something beautiful. You can see this as, oh my God, look what I got to experience. Okay? You got to experience love. And that is amazing in and of itself. Okay? But sometimes, again, people come into our lives for a purpose and they leave. And I feel like that's the case with you. Let them go, because I guarantee you there's another experience beyond this. One that will be even better. Okay? But take the experience for what it is. Don't hold on to it. Don't try and keep it going. Just say thank you. I'm grateful for the experience. I'm grateful for what you've given to me, and I understand that it is time to let this go. Stop fighting for it. It is not a failure if this does not work. In fact, I see it as a success because look at all the amazing stuff. I feel like this has been a beautiful relationship in and of itself, and there has been a lot of beautiful and a lot of fun times, a lot of happy times. I don't feel like this has been a nasty relationship. And when I said the King of Pentacles doesn't care about you, I feel like in terms of, like I said, I do feel like there's platonic things in there, but the romantic feelings are gone. Okay, so it doesn't mean that he necessarily doesn't care about you in general, but I feel like he doesn't, the romantic feelings aren't necessarily there. But like I said, he has embraced that a lot better than you have. And I feel like if you come to his level and say, I understand, that you guys can still be friends. It doesn't have to be an enemies thing, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of, they're going to move on and you're going to waste your life stuck in one experience because you're continuing to chase him even after he's moved on. And I can see that this King of Pentacles here, he's going to move on. But see how the Queen is facing him? So this tells me that, you know, he's going to try and move on because there's another woman there, and you're just going to continue to chase him. Well, what is that going to do for you? Keep you stuck pining over a relationship when you could move on and find another relationship that is better. New experiences, new people. Okay? So don't allow all this obsession and this feeling of failure to dictate your life, right? The card says your feelings are real and worth exploring, right? You do. If you let this go, you will feel like if it's a failure. But I feel like through exploring where that comes from, through exploring what makes you think that it is a failure, you will understand your successes and you will see the true success of this relationship. So that's what I got for you guys. Pile 2's, that reading resonated with you, please feel free to let me know. And then last but certainly not least, we have pile number 3. So pile number 3 came out with 2 oracle cards and some tarot cards. So let's see what we got for you guys. So we have the attraction card coming up reversed. It says, your attraction, romantic love by... You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And then we have the wedding card reversed as well. And it says, this situation involves marriage. Okay. So let's see what we got coming up with your tarot cards. And see what other information they can add to this. So we have the first card coming up is the Ace of Pentacles. There definitely is I'm going to say an unrequited love in this case, okay? I feel like this is a reading similar to pile 2's, so you may have very well been drawn to pile 2 as well. But I feel like the thing with pile 2 is it isn't an unrequited love in the sense that they did love each other at one point in time. I feel like this is like more of a romantic interest or a crush kind of deal where you're looking at this person, there's an attraction, and you're like, oh, I could see myself married to this person, right? I can see this person. It's like, you know, the way that this is coming through is the way we fantasize over celebrities sometimes, right? When we know that it can never really happen, but we fantasize over it anyways, and we're like, oh, he's so cute, I could totally see myself married to them, right? There's an attraction there because they're good looking, and you totally could picture yourself married to this person, but I feel like the interest is not mutual, okay? Much like if you were to ever meet that celebrity crush, the feeling would not be mutual. They don't know who you are. I feel like this is the case. The Ace of Pentacles coming up is saying, like, yeah, there's definitely a physical attraction there. There is an attraction. I feel like the attraction is physical on a level, but the fact that this is a 1 indicates individuality, meaning it is one-sided. Meaning this is not a reciprocated thing. Okay? The next one coming up, sorry, is the Fool card reversed. Yeah. So again, this, I feel like it's just verifying the fact that this is not reciprocated, okay? You're like, I can see myself with this person. This person is like, I definitely cannot see myself with them. And that's not to hurt you. This is to be realistic. I don't want you guys putting your energy into somebody who isn't reciprocating this back, okay? Because really, why waste your time, right? So the Fool card too is all about new beginnings, big major beginnings, and the fact that this is reversed is saying, I feel like this will never be. This is more of like a you hope and you wish that it will be, but I don't feel like the other person involved is really interested in starting anything or beginning anything, or the relationship that you're thinking about is actually going to begin or start, okay? And again, I'm not saying that to be mean. That is what the cards are showing me. We do have the 7 of Cups coming up, and this is the fantasy card, guys. So be very careful with this, okay? You can get caught up in the fantasy of being with this person, okay? We have the Marriage card coming up, but like I said, so being with this person, you can definitely get caught up in the fantasy of being with them. It is super easy because you are very physically attracted to them, okay? But I don't feel like they feel the same way. I don't feel like they have any interest in starting a relationship with you, and that this definitely could be a very big fantasy, but one that might never come into reality. Okay? The next card that's coming up is the Ace of Wands. There's a lot of desire, like I said, for you to manifest this. But again, it's an individual desire. It's a 1 that has to do with you. You. In fact, remember how this Marriage card came up and it said the situation involves a marriage. And I did mention that this could be like a celebrity crush kind of situation where you have a crush or an attraction to a person, but there's not a chance in hell that you will ever be with that person. And I'm not saying this to be mean, but I'm also seeing the 2 shadows in the fireplace. So this is your imagination. Clearly, I'm seeing that. Person. This is the reality, and behind it, I feel like this person might actually be with somebody else currently. They may actually be married. And in that case, you cannot have them. Okay? Because, I mean, don't be a homewrecker. Okay? I'm gonna say that. Please, for the love of everything. You know, this person is happily married. Leave them be. Okay? Again, don't get caught up. You have to be realistic about this situation. Okay? The 7 of Chalices reversed is talking about realism coming down out of the clouds. You need to be realistic about this situation, and you need to take a look at it realistically, okay? Because, well, again, you may have this fantasy and this desire built up in your head of wanting to have a relationship with them and manifesting it. They're already involved with somebody else. There's another person with them in the background of that. And I feel like this person is very good to them. I don't feel like you want to be that queen, but I feel like they already had their queen. Okay, so the Queen of Chalices is coming up, and she is saying, I feel like she is representing who you want to be as well as who is already in his life. Okay, so whoever this person is, yes, you have a strong attraction to them. I can see that. It's not only a physical attraction, but it's a sexual attraction as well. So you have a major attraction to them. But again, this is just a fantasy, right? They do not want to be with you. They do not have the same attraction back. In fact, they may even have a partner, like I said, in the background of things that you just don't necessarily want to see or acknowledge because you're caught up in this fantasy of you and them being together. You want to be their queen. You want to be their lover. And there could be some jealousy over who he's currently with. Who they are currently with. I don't want to say he, because this could be a female too. Okay? So LGBTQ people, you know, if you're into the same sex, this could also be, like I said, another female or another person of the same sex. But the person that you're interested in is already with somebody else, and you want to be their partner. And this could lead to some jealousy of their actual partner. But I do feel like this also represents their actual partner as well. And their actual partner is the Queen of Cups. They are the love of their life. They are their queen, and they are loving, they are kind, they are compassionate, they treat them well. So why you want to break this up, I don't know. So I feel like what the cards are saying is sometimes fantasies are better left fantasies. Fantasize all you want about this person. That's okay. But please don't try to bring this fantasy into reality. Okay? It is very important to keep this a fantasy and to realize that this may never be. Okay? Now, the marriage doesn't work down the road and then get divorced, free game. However, so long as this person is happy and with somebody else, leave well enough alone. Okay? Be happy for them. Because I'm going to tell you now, if somebody is happy, people you really love, you want to see happy. If you are tearing apart their happiness in the name of love, you do not love them. Love and infatuation are two totally different things. Love and lust are two totally different things. If you genuinely love this person and you care about them, you will want to see them happy, no matter who it is with. Okay? If there is a desire to break up their marriage at all, it is not love. That is lust and infatuation. And that is better kept in your fantasies. Okay? So that is your reading. Let me know what you guys thought of that. And that concludes the readings for today. So thank you guys so much for joining me in these pick a card readings. If the readings resonated with you, please feel free to drop a comment, let me know, give this video a thumbs up. If you know somebody who might benefit from this reading, please feel free to share it. Also, if you would like a personal reading with me, I do offer personal readings. I have an Etsy shop that I do all my personal readings from. I will leave the link to that in the description below, in the description to this video, not below this video, but I guess it is below this video in a sense. But the description to the link to my Etsy shop will be in the description of this video if you guys are interested in that. I thank you guys so much for joining me. And again, if you enjoyed these readings, give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye for now, guys.